quick little 10-minute workout that you can do, and I might as well take advantage of there not being anyone else here. So it's kind of a spur of the moment thing, but why not? So the exercises I'm gonna do are gonna be kettlebell swings, medicine ball slams, box jumps, and squats. Those are gonna be the 4 exercises. They're gonna be 10 reps each with about, 30 to 40 seconds recovery in between each set. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this down here. All right, so first one is kettlebell swings. 10 each. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the next exercise will be the medicine ball slams. All right, then box jumps. Oh. And squats, the goblet squat. So keeping that back there. All right. So that's one set. See if anyone's coming in yet. Hey, it's 24 Anytime Fitness. I am here at Anytime Fitness. So they're open 24 hours. Hey, Fighter 666. No smoking for me. No smoking for me. But you do what you gotta do. That's all I gotta say. And so much to update. I know I was meaning to have a video uploaded today, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna redo it. Hey, what's up there, Combus Johnson, big guy sports collector? I am gonna start my second set. And in case you're just joining in, I'm doing a short little circuit here. Kettlebell swings, medicine ball slams, box jumps, and goblet squats. 10 reps each. Hey, it's Al. Hey, Alex. All right, so I'm gonna start my next set going on here. So the first course, it's kettlebell swings. You wanna make sure you got a good stable stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And go on to the next one, medicine ball slams. This is a good one to really take out your frustrations. Just don't have it bounce back up at you and hit you in the face. That's not gonna feel too good like that. Oh, jeez. 6, I think I lost count. 7. I'll do another one, just in case I lost count. And then right into box jumps. And then the goblet squat. I'm gonna back up here. So make sure you keep your back straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that was my second set. Woo. See it's joined in. All right. Oh, yeah. Hey, Senza. How's it going? Your friendly neighborhood. Interesting name there. Your friendly neighborhood. I won't say the rest of it. Fiction Real 55. Morgan Moran. It's Alex. I think I got Manzi. What's up? What's up, bro? Yeah, I figure, why not? I got the gym all to myself, and I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, and I was meaning to have a video uploaded about my experience with my therapist, and actually I've got two new therapists, and I think I may have finally found, hey there, Brownie, I think I may have finally found a therapist or a couple of therapists that I might be able to actually work with. And I think I'm going to redo my video, so it's going to be, it could be a little bit before I actually have another raw video up, but I think I'm going to title it, it's going to be, I have finally made friends. So it's time for me to do, I'm going to do my next set. So once again, I'm starting off with the kettlebell swings. Each exercise is 10 reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what I call the tension release exercise, the medicine ball slams. Yeah, there we go. Get that little bounce going. And I think that was 11, but who cares? Box jumps. And by the way, I beat my own time up the Poo-Poo Point Trail. I am now, my previous best was 32 minutes, 9 seconds. It is down to 31 minutes, 18 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then goblet squats. 10 of each exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold it, and 10. Whoa. Whew. So I'm gonna do one more set, but I'm gonna check and see who's joined in. Brownie, all right, thank you for joining in. Brownie, who else is joined in? Pyromaniac, hello world, 492. Let me guess, hello world. I'm gonna take a wager you're into programming, coding. The reason why I say that is a lot of times when you first take an introductory programming course, whether it's online or in the classroom, they always start out by having you do like what's called a hello world file, or hello world, like print hello world. Hey Brew, hey Dylan. Oh, so taking advantage of this empty gym here. I think I might have, nope, I still got it to myself. Okay. Hey, 000. Oh yeah, so I had a video made, but I think some new developments have occurred that I think it's time to finally just get it out there. And I know it's almost been 5 months now since I made that video I made 3 months ago, and I was like laying on the couch in my kind of ugly looking striped red with like gray stripes on it. Well, that was like having no friends back then. But I gotta do my next set. So once again, I'm starting off with kettlebell swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And most of this equipment you can get at like your Dick's Sporting Goods, Play It Again, Big Five, Walmart, Fred Meyer's. So this is a workout that it's pretty easy to find the equipment for. 2, 3. The frustration exercise here. Med ball slams. I keep losing count on this one. 5. I'm sure I'm off count 6. There we go. Get that ball to bounce. Frustration. There we go. Get that frustration out. Box jumps. Get all the way onto that thing. Feet should be landing square on it. Maybe even a little over the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And why not just jump over the whole thing? All right. Goblet squats. Get everything out of the way. Oh. 1. You can make it a little more challenging by exploding out from each squat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is an example of a 10-minute workout you can do. Sabrina J. Whew. But keep in mind, I did a 3.1 mile run earlier today. Then I've been at the gym about, I think I'm almost over an hour and a half at the gym now. And so I decided to do a spur of the moment video. Hey, China baby. So guys, I am gonna have to redo that video that I was promising to have uploaded today, because a time has come for me to say that I have finally made friends. So if you're catching this right now live, you just heard me say it out loud. Yep. And I'm going up to Alaska on this Sunday, to actually meet up with one of my viewers up in Alaska. And then we're gonna drive down through Canada. And here's what's interesting. I was invited by a couple of other members from the hiking group to do Camp Muir, but I'm not going to be in the area. But the fact that I was actually invited, hey, yeah, hot sauce. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys, but okay. Well, you guys, I know you guys are my friends, but I guess I should say hiking. What? See, that's the thing. I hate when it's that term friend. I don't know. I'm just going to say, but yeah, I mean, regardless, I think the time has come for me to say that I have made friends. So it doesn't matter if we've never met or if it's to the hiking group. The time has come that I got to make a video that's titled that. So I think I'm going to go that route, because I'm kind of giving you guys tidbits in my therapy session. It's cool that I've actually kind of started from from my childhood all the way up to the present, which is what I should have been doing all along, not holding anything back, not sugarcoating things. I mean, just like getting down to the point that things that happened early on in my childhood, I was able to suppress those feelings for my teens, 20s, early 30s, because I managed to have a few friends, up until about my mid-30s. So I was able to suppress all those feelings and thoughts. But then, of course, when I went into the military, when I failed out of this program, and I was older, then I was old for my, I was old compared to, due to my age, most people that were my age were like my superiors. I couldn't hang out with them. So I began to experience the loneliness, isolation. And so what happened was, because, things that happened earlier on in my childhood, even though I was able to suppress them earlier on in life, my experience in the military, due to loneliness, the failing out of an elite program, that resulted in manifesting depression, anxiety, hypersomnia, a bunch of these issues. So that's what happens. You can have issues that occur in childhood. You may not notice any immediate effects, but something happens later on down in life, whether it's in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, and you can develop anxiety, depression, or any other forms of mental ailments, illness, whatever you want to call it. So I'm finally getting those things addressed. I'm going to be making a video titled Making Friends. and the challenges of just continuing to improve on myself. And what else? Yeah, and my therapy session yesterday was pretty intense, hour and a half. Kind of just, oh, Morgan, my trip is this Sunday. I'm going this Sunday. So going back, so going back to my childhood, it's important to address those things. And it's kind of like, I've got to like, it was interesting. The treatment that the therapist used on me was called cranial sacral, or sacral, I might be getting it backwards, but cranial sacral therapy. It's like this where I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it was a pretty long session. And it's almost like you're almost like in a hypnotic state where it's like, I'm kind of going back to my early childhood, and I'm like envisioning kind of going back and like protecting the inner child of mine, that, telling him that it's going to be okay, and then later on, I'm focusing more on my future self, what I imagine I want to be: successful, confident, going out there and being able to just be super confident, but not be arrogant. You don't want to be arrogant. So looking to my future self coming back and kind of guiding me along, and then I'm guiding along my inner child. It's pretty wild. And she also mentioned, my therapist, that she has done ayahuasca. Yes, she has actually done ayahuasca. But her advice to me was, she recommended I do what's called holotropic breathing exercises. So I'm going to look into that, because I heard that's also pretty intense. And that's kind of a good way to really get into your deep thoughts, kind of release some emotions. So I'm going to look into that. That was what her recommendation was, because ayahuasca is super intense. And if you have a bad trip, you're not going to be able to just like snap out of it. You're pretty much stuck for 46 or more hours in that bad trip if you get yourself into one. So that's where I'm kind of headed now. So I've got a few more sessions of these cranial sacral therapies. Then I met with another therapist today, and we're going to kind of start from the beginning and also work at the present. Whew, yeah, so cranial sacral therapy. I might be getting it backwards, but cranial sacral therapy. And the other one, to kind of really get into that deep thoughts, the breathing one, it's called holotropic breathing. Just look up holotropic breathing. Yeah, DMT is an ayahuasca. I think it's part of the brew that they use in ayahuasca. So no, it's for any of you that read my post about my poll asking you guys to vote on whether I should do like ayahuasca or magic mushrooms or what was the other one? THC. No, I'm gonna go with this other modalities and therapy, like sacral cranial therapy. I might look into TMS, which is transcranial magnetic stimulation, but I'm going to kind of hold off on that. Another one I'm looking at is EMDR, and I'm not exactly sure what that stands for, but I heard that's really good for working with past traumas. So I know people that microdosed on mushrooms, and these are people that are highly successful. Even like one of my close friends I ski with very, very infrequently, but we do hang out. I was supposed to hang out with them actually a couple weeks ago, but I had already made plans to go with the hiking group. And so it's one, it is what it is, but yeah, so I think it's time. I'm going to probably redo my video. So I don't know when I'm going to have that uploaded, because I've been pretty busy with the hike, living life, but I don't want to forget about you. I'm not going to forget about you guys out there. So I am going to be continuing to make videos. This might be a little, it's going to be some weeks I might have a couple uploads. Other weeks I might have one upload. Whew. Yeah. So other than that, so I know I'm kind of like speaking pretty quick, but that's just because when I'm exercising, I tend to be a little more amped up, and it's, there could be a little bit of anxiety in there, but not so much. It's more just I'm probably overly amped, and I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm trying to like get through this video before someone else shows up in the gym, because I can actually be myself. I'm not having to be like, okay, guys, and, I'm not having to like hold myself back. Hey, so, J-Cells. Oh, another thing, guys. Here's something that's interesting that happened last week, and unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but I actually went hiking on 3 occasions with the same girl. Yes, 3 times. And these weren't short hikes. These were like 8 to 10 mile hikes. We're out there 4, 5, 6 hours. Almost like one of them was like a sunset hike. So we're pretty much almost the only ones on the trail. Then we went on another hike. Then we went up to a hike at Mount Rainier. Once again, pretty solo, but I ended up asking her out on a non-hiking date. Rejected. Yep. Kind of. It wasn't like a flat out no, but it was kind of like, the old blah, 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 blah. But it was pretty much a rejection. Hey, but I tried, and I've only been putting myself out there for what? 4 months now? Maybe 3 months? Because I joined the hiking group in May, June, July, August. So I'm not even through 4 months yet. And by the way, this girl I did hike with, she was from out of state. So that might have been part of it too. And I don't know, long distance relationships are they can be kind of hit and miss. So maybe it was all for the better. But hey, it's experience. It's an experience. I got to go hiking with someone, just kind of getting the feel for putting myself out there. So yeah, I've been only at it for putting myself out there for 3 months now. So I can't really complain too much. So yeah, and it's funny because it's like I was thinking, maybe I was like thinking, rejection is a slap in the face. If you don't ask, that's a regret. That's like a cancer that will eat you for the rest of your life. So it's better to ask, get rejected, and just know, right then and there, it's not going to happen, than to be like wondering, what if? What if I had asked? If only if I had asked. Because that's like a cancer that eats away at you for a very long time. It's just better to get out of the way, man up, and pursue, I'm sure in due time I'll meet someone else. So, yeah, 1,000. Yes, this Joy Tunes guy. Now I know there's been a lot of mixed opinion. I've seen I read through a lot of the comments on that video, and there's been a lot of mixed opinion, and it's interesting. Now here's how I look at it. Okay, maybe his tactic wasn't exactly the most fruitful, may not have been the most maybe friendly tactic, but there is a hidden message in there. And what I take from it is, even in my newer channel, a lot of my older videos were essentially self-sabotaging. Now, it's okay to be vulnerable and, talk about your struggles, but I think there is a point where you can overdo it. And it's like, people are going to begin to wonder, is this guy just looking for sympathy all the time? Does he want to improve? So there was a hidden message, because it's all about accepting yourself for who you are, not having to be like, I've got to make such and such amount, or I've got to work for this company, or I've got to have my own house, or I've got to drive a nice car. Because when you think about it, that just sounds completely silly. To think about it, it's like, say I'm hiking along and I hit it off with some girl. We talk, we're feeling it for another. You know how dumb that would be to come up with the excuse to not ask her out because, if only I drove a nicer car. That's just freaking pathetic. So it's kind of accepting. But on the flip side, you want to be working on improving yourself. You want to be bettering yourself. You don't want to just be like, well, I've accepted myself, and just be like, okay, well, I'm good with that. But you want to be always improving, always, going for the next step up there. So that's what it's about, because that's what's going to set you apart. It's okay to talk about, your past struggles a little bit, but don't be self-sabotaging yourself, because that's when it really hurts you really bad. It's the self-sabotaging. And it's possible I probably did a little bit too much of that, but I think I'm going to be going in a new direction where I'm going to be talking about, things that happened in my early childhood. I'm going to be talking about my experience, being bullied. But it's going to be like in a retrospective manner to kind of just bring awareness that things that happened earlier on in our life can have impacts on us much later on in life. Even if we're able to suppress those feelings, or maybe they don't show up until decades on down the road, it's really important to really kind of get to the root of the issue. So that's what's been going on now. And tomorrow I'm going to a backyard hiker barbecue party, and more than likely there's going to be some drinks involved, and who knows, maybe some Jello shots. And luckily the host was he mentioned, I was like, yeah, because they're doing a hike the next day. The host is actually doing hosting another hike the following day. So he's like, you're welcome to stay. So yeah, more than likely I'm just going to stay tonight at his place, so that way I don't have to drive all the way back to Bellingham and then drive all the way down to the hike. So that's pretty cool in itself. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a backyard hiker barbecue party. there's about 20 some people, I think. When I last looked, there was about 25 people that were going with another 25 maybes. Now, maybes meaning people that haven't decided. So there could, and this guy's pretty, he's a pretty funny guy. I mean, he actually got me, he got me to have my first beer when we did a hike up to Camp Muir at Mount Rainier National Park. I skied down, but the first time I actually had a beer at Camp Muir, and he provided to me, it's like, this is the first time I felt a little tipsy on Muir, and it's like on the ski down. You know, I'm a lightweight. I don't drink very often, so just after one beer, I'm like, am I that light of a weight? But it wore off pretty quick. I think after about a half hour, 45 minutes, it was completely gone. But that was pretty interesting. And then he's like offering me, "Do you want some Fireball?" I'm like, "No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't need to be skiing drunk." So, I don't drink. I try not to drink. I limit myself to one drink. If I know I'm going to be driving, I limit myself to one drink per hour, maximum of 2 drinks over a 2 to 3 hour period. That's it. That's my limit. And that's what they taught. They taught us in the military, where it's like no more than 1 drink per hour, maximum of 3 drinks over a 3 hour period, and that's it. Like, you're not going to have 5 drinks over 5 hours. It's 1 drink per hour, maximum of 3. Now, they might have probably updated those standards by now. It's probably like 2 drinks maximum. But so, yeah, I'm kind of glad I made this spur of the moment video, because like I said, for those of you just joining in, I was planning on having a video uploaded today talking about my therapy session, but I think I've kind of talked about it already in this video. And so I'm going to be making a standalone video, and I'm hoping to have it, I don't know when I'm going to be having it uploaded, because I'm going to be if you're just joining in, I'm going to Alaska Sunday, and I'm going to be doing some live streams from Alaska. So it might be a little bit before I have a standalone video. And yes, Western excellence. DUIs are super expensive. I don't need to be spending $10,000 on lawyer fees, court fees, jail time, bail bonds. I don't need. That's the last thing I need. So I'm gonna see who's joined in, because I know I've seen a lot of comments. See, I've got. Yeah. So don't drink. Okay. So let's see who I missed here. So, all right. So John. Okay. I'm just kind of shout out to people who have joined in. Sabrina J, Vada, Western Excellence, John P. Smith 84, China Baby, John B, J Sal's, Jack Don't Lie, Mario Giustiano, shout out to all of you. Thank you for joining in. Ollie 1997, Western Excellence. I think I got everyone. So far, Western X, yeah, so I don't really have no one's really asked me any particular question, just kind of interacting with you guys. Yep, no more than 2. Yeah, you got that right. I'm not going to, I think I had, one time at Poopa Point, I think I had a half a shot of Fireball. That was about it. So, and in case you missed it, I actually beat my time going up Poopa Point. It is now down to 31 minutes, 18 seconds. And I'm going to try my hardest to break a half hour. It's going to be a tall order, but I'm going to try my very hardest to try to see if I can do it. Break a half hour. There's a couple of, I think there's 3 other people, and we've kind of made an agreement that we're going to actually have a race up Poopa Point. So when I get back from Alaska, I think it's going to be 1 or 2 days after I get back from driving back down from Alaska, we're going to actually have a race up Poopa Point. So I'm going to kind of use that as motivation to see if I can finally do it, break that 30-minute barrier. So right from the start, I'm just going to have to attack out the front. As they say in bike racing, when you charge off the front, they call it an attack. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to attack right off from the start. Hey there, Robin K. So yeah, Robin K. Now, as far as being on the spectrum, I know you just mentioned something about on the spectrum. I don't know, because I've asked a couple of people in the hiking group whether or not they think I'm actually on the spectrum, and they don't think so. And they know other people who are on the spectrum. So it's interesting that, I don't know, it's tough to say, because there are even other hikers that are on the spectrum, and you would never know it, because they've either known how to they're really good at socializing or they've had the proper therapy. So sometimes it can be really hard to tell who's actually on the spectrum. But the other thing too is a lot of things that happen in your early childhood can also sometimes mimic the signs, symptoms of those on the spectrum. So that's the thing. Mental health, it's so difficult to decipher. So yeah, see spectrum. Hey, I think spectrum is like the yeah. There you go. Yeah, thank you, Robin, for answering that question. And so, there's still a lot of people out there, or it seems like there's a lot of people out there who think that just because you're on the spectrum, that you're pretty much out of luck when it comes to making friends or when it comes to dating. But that is far from the truth, because actually, one of my co-workers, and I used to work at 24 Hour Fitness, her husband is most likely on the spectrum. So that throws that theory out that finding love if you're on the spectrum is not possible. Well, it is possible. A buddy that I ski with, I'm pretty sure that he's more likely on the spectrum somewhere. He's married. So it all comes down to just knowing how to interact, just understanding the nonverbal cues. It's like if I'm hanging out with a girl, I pretty much know, for the most part, whether or not they're showing interest. Like I'm not going to go into too much details, but it's like just because someone's on the spectrum, if they've got the experience, it's like they can figure it out. It's nothing. It may be harder. Yes, it may be harder for those on the spectrum to go out there and make friends, to go out there and date. But just because it's harder doesn't mean it's impossible. That's the thing. It is not impossible. So that's the thing. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, because actually a lot of those people, they're intelligent, they're hyper focused on really important things. They're really good. I've heard they can be really good at math, the sciences. So it's just they just like anyone else, they crave friendship. They want to be in a relationship, and they just have difficulty sometimes understanding those nonverbal cues and social interactions. So that's all it comes down to. It's all about, we all want to have interaction with other people. We are social beings that desire friendship. I would figure most of us desire to want to be able to find that partner that we can share life with. It's in all of us, whether we're on the spectrum or not. So, but yeah, it's definitely not a death sentence. So that's kind of what I want to put out there, that if I am on the whether or not I'm on the spectrum, who knows? I'll find out one of these days. But yeah, it is super. That's the thing. That's the problem, though. It is super expensive to get the testing for it. It's like in the hundreds of dollars, or like a couple thousand, few $1,000s. But yeah, our health is wealth. You got that right, John B. Health is wealth. So I got to watch my time here, because I got to make sure I get to the grocery store before they close. But yes, I got a few more minutes here for this live stream. But yes, I'm glad I got this in, because it was so, very true, Vada. You made a good point there. And I'm going to put this camera, I'm putting the camera a little too close to me, but it's all comes down to you just got to put yourself out there. It's like anything else. Some people have it naturally. They're just able to go out there, quickly make friends, and go out there and date. For others, it's more challenging. Even for those not on the spectrum, it can be challenging. Just like there's probably people on the spectrum who can probably go out there and make friends, go out there and date more easily than some neurotypicals. So it kind of goes in both ways. Yeah, I know I have to go. I have to go pretty quick, but if I don't get there before the store closes, I'm pretty much stuck having to get fast food, and I am no means in the mood for fast food. I am actually kind of craving something fruity, like a fruit smoothie or something, because I'm a little thirsty. I think I'm a little dehydrated. Vada. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being an oddball. Hey, Spirit, Mr. Spirit 2000, Mrs. Spirit 2000, Spirit 2005. Hello there, aloha. coming in from Hawaii, I believe. See, I missed. Someone wants me to speak in Spanish a little bit. Hey, Taylor Restfall. Sorry I missed you. I got you there. Yeah, Sprite 2005. Okay, so Face Land. Do I know Rick Griffin? Do I know Face and Lambs? Can't say I've heard that. Hey there, Jiggly Mebob. What's my biggest weakness and my biggest strength? My biggest strength is probably my determination and my refusal to give up. That's probably my biggest strength. My biggest weakness is probably not going out. If I am on a job, or if I'm like let me say, what's my biggest weakness? Probably my biggest weakness, and I'm probably overcoming that right now, is kind of my lack of self-acceptance. But I can't, that's a tough one. You're throwing me a really tough question there. My biggest weakness. Now, I know I've got a weakness. I know it's out there. Probably my biggest weakness is probably just I probably still do overthink things a little too much. It's not going to go away overnight. So I would say it's probably like, calm down. I tend to jump to conclusions. So yeah, exactly. Thank you for I got to put in my head, yes. Because, I still have anxiety. I'm not like cured or anything, but I do have anxiety. My biggest weakness is jumping to conclusions. Yeah, jumping to conclusions. So that's my biggest weakness is I tend to jump to conclusions. And so being like, hold on, wait a sec. That fear kicks in. It's trying to protect me, but I got to turn that fear into like a moderator. So yes, my biggest weakness is oftentimes jumping to conclusions, like thinking, oh, she's not responding. I'm being ghosted, when maybe she, was tired. Maybe she's busy, or maybe she's got other stuff going on. And that's what happened that's jumping to conclusions. That's my biggest weakness. Oh. All right, yeah, so, and yep, I am starting my software development program next month, September 21st. Hey there, Joel Hemmings. Thank you for joining in. I know it's going to be pretty quick here, but thank you for joining in regardless. And yeah, I have to agree with you. It's the anxiety, if you let it kind of get a grip on you, it can snowball, it can get out of control pretty quick. Roberto Garza, you missed it. I did it. There is a workout I did earlier in the video. And I missed another comment here. So let me just go back. So yeah, going back to Roberto's question, I actually did a workout earlier in the video. So once this gets processed, you'll be able to see that workout. But for the most part now, I'm just kind of chatting and catching you guys up on what's been happening, because I found a couple new therapists. One's going to be short-term, one's going to be a little longer-term. I think I may have found one that I can actually connect with. And so, and I know I got another question right after that. So, yeah. Oh, Mario Justiano, yes. Your question, you're talking about that being ugly video that I made way back in March. Yeah, that was way back then, but that seems like such a long time ago. So things have changed. Obviously I've made a lot of improvement. I've still got a long ways to go, but it's going good. It's going awesome. It's on the upswing. There's going to be ups and downs. It's not going to be just like, constant, upward. There's going to be, there's always, when it comes to mental health, there's always, but the important thing is there's going to be more forward progress than backward progress. It's like 2 steps forward for every step backwards. And then soon it'll be 3 steps forward for every step backward, for every 1 step backwards. And then soon it'll be 4 steps forward for every step backwards. And then it gets to a point where it's like you keep progressing and going forward. But it looks like I finally am no longer kind of by myself in a gym. So I think this is probably a good time to kind of close it out. But hey, Frederick Zach. I'm going to try to answer this guy's question before I go on here. Frederic. Oh, let me just do a quick few shout outs here. So Gabriel Salazar, thank you for coming in from Costa Rica. Now to answer your question, Frederick Zacharyson. So tips on starting programming. What I did is I use a website called Udemy. You can get some of their courses for really cheap. Wait till they go on sale, udemy.com. And oftentimes they'll be on sale for like $10, $13, $15 US dollars. I don't know where you're coming from, but Udemy is a good site. YouTube videos, yeah, I mean, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but you can learn a lot of things off of YouTube videos. Just Google how to learn C++ or any other programming language you want to use, and there'll more than likely be resources that will lead you to platforms where you can learn at least the very basics. I know that's what I did when I losed. It's Udemy. It's Udemy, Udemy. So Udemy, Udemy. Yeah, you got it. There you go. Yes, Udemy, you got it. Yes, you got. There you go. Perfect. Yes. The national parks. Yeah. Oh, wow. So that's the website. And like I said, just Google how to practice another, like I said, YouTube. There's YouTube videos on C++ programming. They'll probably even have ways to guide you on how to download certain software where you can actually practice on your own computer. I am Ultra Dude. I am in Bellingham. Ultra Dude's question was, where was I from? Where am I from? Where am I at now? I'm in Bellingham, Washington. So that's where I'm at now. So I'm just kind of, I think, yeah, I'm no longer by myself here, but all right, so Roberta. Yes, Bellingham, yay. Yeah, so what else? Well, I think I've kind of given you guys a really good update of what's been going on. Let's see, what else? I'm going to close this out in a few seconds here. I'll give yourself another couple minutes. I'll give yourself a couple more minutes here. I'm just going to kind of scroll here and see if I got missing any comments. Yeah, Bellingham's a really cool place to live, and especially if you like outdoor activity. It's not the greatest for dating for someone my age. I'll admit that. There are better areas like further south, like Kirkland, Redmond, Bellevue, Renton, Tacoma, Puyallup. Those are all cities that are like further south of where I'm at. So there are places slightly further south that would be much more conducive, especially if I want to go out there and start dating. Bellingham, it's slim pickings up here. Thank you, Jeff Stanley. Thank you for joining in, Jeff. Yeah, I'm going to be calling it pretty quick here, too. I've got about a few minutes left. Hey there, BLSSDN, Alondra, Chile, city of subdued excitement. Yep. Yes, Gabriel Salazar. Well, for someone my age up here, yes, it's pretty slim pickings because it's mostly you got Western Washington University, which is a big college up here, or it's not the biggest college, but it's a big college for this area. Most of the people that move up here are younger couples, a lot of retirees. So it's not exactly the most happening place for a single person my age. I mean, it is possible, and I'm getting kind of the mirror back there. I don't want to be doing that. But yeah, it's not impossible, but yeah, I think I wouldn't mind moving to, say, like Kirkland or Issaquah, which is about an hour and a half south of Bellingham. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I think that's about it, guys. I am going to close out the video here. I want to thank you all for being awesome. Thank you for tuning in on this update. And like I said, I apologize for not having gotten that video that I was meaning to upload today, today. But I think this will suffice because in my next standalone video, I am going to be kind of doing which has probably been way overdue, way overdue, making friends. And that includes you guys out there. So don't think I'm forgetting about you guys. That does include you guys out there. So it's time to kind of turn turn a new direction and just keep on going. And I'm going to be coming, next time I come at you guys, I'm going to be coming at you guys from Alaska. So that's when I'm coming from you guys. Thank you all for joining in. Let's see if I can get any final chats here. Rick Griffin, Sabrina. I think I got everyone. Apologies if I missed any of you out there, but like I said, next time I come at you guys, I'm going to be coming at you guys from good old AK, Alaska. So I'm signing off for now. Once again, thank you all for being supportive, your continued support, interactions with you guys. And in case you joined in late, once the video gets processed, you'll see the workout I did at the beginning of the video. So I better close it out now. So peace out, everyone. Hope you guys are doing good, day or night, wherever you guys are at. And I will see you guys coming from Alaska. All right, till next time, see you guys later.